still basking in that Media Good Guy award?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I appreciate you guys for voting for me.
You can't win 2 years in a row, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I was honestly surprised I won because I feel like I give Dion a lot of crap whenever he tries to call me up to talk to the media.
You
But
didn't have a lot of competition.
yeah, exactly.
Dion doesn't get a vote.
What do you think of Wink Martindale's defense and the aggressiveness? It seems like it would be a lot different than what you guys played under Graham.
Yeah, I mean, I think any position you play, any defensive player is going to love that type of style from a defensive coordinator. Every defensive player wants to make big plays, get TFLs, get sacks, get those big type of plays, and this is the type of defense to do it in. He's blitzing guys from all different directions, and what I've gotten from him that's been helping me with the defense is to learn it as a concept, because if we learn it that way, it'll show you that it could be the same pressure, but like 5 different guys could be doing that same pressure, and I think it's a fun defense so far.
Leo, people talk about the business in the NFL and how year to year you just never know. For your career, when you take a step back and realize how many changes and coaching changes and GM changes and team changes, for you, how do you approach change, basically,
Yeah.
for this season?
I mean, I've really been dealing with it my whole career since even in college. But the way I approach it is every team is different every year. I mean, the same team is different every year, regardless of the coaching staff or anything like that. And I think I learned that very early on in my career when, I would come back after my rookie year and at least 15, 20 guys in the locker room have been changed. And like even throughout the season, like the same locker right next to me, I've seen like 5 different faces in throughout the year and stuff like that. So you kind of really have to adapt to change pretty quickly, and it's different every year, and so I don't know, you just got to adapt.
Given the scheme and the nature of the scheme and the personnel you guys have, what type of pass rushing production do you expect from your defense this year?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, we've only put in the basics of install. We watched some film on the Ravens. We know that this is a Wink style of defense, is an attack and aggressive mentality. So, we definitely want to see a lot of TFLs, sacks, and big plays like that, and make the offense play behind the sticks. And, the faster we could pick it up on defense, the faster we'll be able to play on the field.
Were you surprised to see Strahan here yesterday?
I mean, I wouldn't say surprised, because, I mean, this is his stomping grounds, but it was awesome to see him out here, even though it was day one of OTA, mini camp practice and stuff like that. It's like we're not even competing yet, but I think guys just seeing him boosts like a morale and energy around the guys.
Did he address the group?
Yeah, right after stretching, actually, he broke the huddle and talked to the guys a little bit, and I talked to him a little bit walking into the field house, because he says he remembers he came to a Jets practice one time when I was there. And then, like 2 off seasons ago, he spoke at some financial seminar I was at, and we met again. So I mean, it's a good guy to get some advice and wisdom from.
Do you have a sense of this new coaching staff and the vibe here compared to the vibe here the last 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been here, too long, but, I'm actually glad that, I came to OTAs to, new coaching staff and pick up on the energy around the building and learn everybody. And, they've been doing a good job of, I think, just letting us know that it's our team in the end of the day. And, no amount of coaching changes or anything like that is going to, in the end of the day, the players are the ones on the field, and we have to learn how to take over the team and take it into our hands on how we're going to approach practice, how we're going to approach just everything, about being a Giant. And I think they're doing a good job of giving us the keys.
Given the fact that obviously it's early, so it's not supposed to be very intense right now, but
yeah.
Do you sense a different intensity now as compared to the last 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be differences if there's a coaching change. So I feel like there's obviously some differences, different systems, different guys, different energy and stuff like that. But I mean, I think right now they're doing a good job of making it fun, but also work at the same time, and they're trying to make sure guys are like being loose, being able to communicate without too much pressure. And I think it's even starting in the classroom when we're in meetings. And I remember like the first day, like Wink asked us a question, and it was like an open question where like anyone could answer basically, and it was just like a silent room. And now, in meeting rooms, and it's only been a few days, you see a lot of chatter, and that's the type of defense that he wants, and that's the type of leadership he wants to see in the guys.
Leonard,
Is it
people are still talking about this team, and I guess logically so, about still being in a rebuilding phase. Like how sick are you of hearing that? I mean, it's been since 16 when we were on a win now team, right? That team that they went all in with fits. And how sick are you of hearing the rebuilding stuff, and how do you think this team could maybe surprise some people and actually compete this year?
Yeah, I mean, with trying to get accustomed to change, like I said, and being adaptive and knowing that every year is different and stuff like that. Sometimes rebuilding isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes change is good. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's not the rebuilding that I'm sick of. It's the losing that I'm sick of. And I want to take that into my own hands. And that goes back to the last question I just answered about putting the keys in the players' hands and taking accountability on our own and not just putting everything on the coaches. And I'm ready to win. I'm in year 8 now, going into year 8, and I haven't even been to a single playoff game yet. And this game doesn't last forever, and it goes by very fast as well. So I'm definitely ready to start winning.
Does that taking things into your own hand? Does that include urging guys to be here who aren't?
Yeah, I mean, and also, respecting people's decisions at the same time. I do know that this is voluntary. I even questioned if I was going to be here or not at the start of it. And in the end of the day, you have to respect everybody's decision because it is a voluntary program. And I'm sure, guys are professionals and they've been around long enough to know what their body needs in order to play when Sunday comes during the season.
Why was it a question for you? Because I know guys say like they could do some of the physical stuff elsewhere. So like, why for you was it a question that maybe you weren't going to show up?
Just like you said, it was just like I feel like the physical work is like something that I can possibly get on my own time, but it's the camaraderie that I kind of lean into coming, and just building that camaraderie with the guys and the new coaching staff.
When you watch the Ravens film from the last couple of years, is there a player that you kind of fixate on and say, hey, I see that guy in my game?
Yeah, Calais Campbell, actually, just because I see the way they move him all around the line, and we play similar positions, and I first started off just watching a bunch of Ravens defense to see like what type of style it was and stuff like that, and then after figuring out the style, I was like, okay, where would I fit in the defense? And then I started looking at Calais Campbell and like just started watching like him on like all these different pressures and stuff like that and how they used them.